This is the last weekend before the election, and the candidates are going to be working hard. Fox News Sunday host Shannon Bream joining us live. Shannon, so good to see you. Thank you for being with us on this Friday.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning to you. The polls are showing a very big gender gap, with the majority of women backing Kamala Harris and most men going along with Donald Trump. So do we know if more women than men have been voting early, since that might affect those early election day results?
Yeah, from what we've seen, the Harris team is very excited in that a number of places women are outvoting men by a significant margin. Now, Republicans will say they expect the bulk of their votes to come on Election Day, but their early voting numbers are really up. They have advocated for that. They've tried to convince their voters, get those things banked, go ahead and do it. When President Trump changed his tune on that, that obviously had a huge impact. But for now, Democrats, it look like, as history usually dictates, that they're doing better in the early voting, but Republicans say they're encouraged that their numbers are such an increase from what they've done in the past.
Now, are Democrats making maybe a similar mistake like they made in 2016, where they just assumed that women would vote for Hillary Clinton? Are they counting too much maybe on abortion bringing women out to vote?
Well, it depends, because, gosh, we've got 10 states, and many of them are critical battleground states, some of them that do have abortion measures on the ballot. So we know that those do turn people out. It's been a very good strategy for Democrats. It's been a winning strategy for them. But women, like men, obviously not monolithic voters. There is an edge for the Harris campaign on that. And they're hoping that this issue, which they've hammered nonstop, and it's the one issue in all of the polling, including ours, that's near the top of the concerns that gives a benefit to the vice president. The other two biggies, the economy and immigration, there's a significant benefit to President Trump. So the abortion issue remains front and center. If you've been blanketed with the ads, I think as the entire country has, you know that's one of the top things that Democrats are talking about.
Absolutely. And, you know, all the polls are showing an extremely close race, but is there a chance that somehow someone actually wins this race on Tuesday and we don't have to wait a week to find out who the next president is?
I mean, if the polls are wrong, then yes, because they're all within the margin of error. We know that a couple of critical states, Pennsylvania and Arizona, tell us they're going to need some time. Maricopa County specifically in Arizona says it could take up to 10 to 13 days for them. So if this thing is tight as the polls show it right now, we're going to have to pack our patience. I'm tracking more than 200 legal cases across the country. There will be more to come, no doubt, by Election Day. We're waiting on a decision from the Supreme Court today. We could get at any time on ballots in Pennsylvania. So expect a lot of litigation that could slow this whole thing down.
You know what? That didn't even occur to me. So there's another fly in the ointment. So tell us
more
about
Tums.
More,
right.
Tums. Tell us about your show this weekend. Who do you have on?
So Congresswoman Elise Stefanik, a top Trump surrogate, and we'll talk about key House races that could really flip the balance of power over to the Dem side. And also from the critical battleground state of Arizona, Democrat Senator Mark Kelly with us to talk about those key Senate races and how Republicans are feeling good about their chances of flipping that chamber. We'll talk about all the latest polls, too.
Okay, sounds good. Fox News Sunday host Shannon Bream. Thanks, Shannon.
Thank you.
Well, wherever you get your news, on the air or online, we're going to be there on election night to bring you all of the results, national and local, plus analysis of the races that matter to you. Live coverage all afternoon and all night long on Election Day on Tuesday.